Alright, what's going on, everyone? Oh, uh, another trade recap. Alright, so here's the P&L for the day. Today is January 9th. It's a Friday. We had a lot of red folders, so it was obviously trading day. Total P&L, we had about 4,500, about a little over 1,000 on each account across 4 accounts. So pretty good day, actually. For my 2 alpha ones, I'm about halfway to passing them now. And for my Tradeify ones, I am about 2 winning trades away from passing those. So yeah, caught longs today. Actually, really nice setup. It was pretty much a mech model, or it was a mech model. All right, so coming top down, coming into the day, I was honestly pretty bearish. Simply on the daily time frame, we had just inversed this daily gap. And on the 4 hour, we tapped back into this 4 hour gap that caused this move down yesterday. So I wanted to see a move down off of this. We also swept this high. This might have been, this was New York AM session high from yesterday that we swept, I believe. Yeah, so we swept a New York session AM high, tapped in this 4 hour gap. I wanted to see a move down off here. This ended up happening pre-market, so I didn't take shorts here. But we ended up getting a pretty nice long setup after. So it came down to get London lows. ES was pretty bullish at the time, and we didn't end up taking London lows on ES. So we had an SMT with that. Boom. SMT with London lows. We also tapped into a 15-minute gap. So this SMT London lows, again, it's kind of the same thing as yesterday. We had an intermediate low with the session low. So, well, I guess it wasn't directly in it, but we had 15-minute gaps here that we swept. We swept the session low and tapped into this 15-minute gap. So it's like 2 confluences stacked up on top of each other already. So, boom. And that's what you want to look for when you're looking for an SMT. So if you, obviously, if one pair, or if ES or NQ, one of them is leading, you're always going to have SMTs forming at random swing highs and lows. For example, right here, when NQ took this low out, we would have had an SMT. How do I know to wait for this? Well, one, just because it's a session low that we're so close to. And also you want to wait for price also to tap into a key level. So we tap into this 15-minute fair value gap while sweeping the low. So it's just holds higher confluence. So after we put in that SMT, also on the 15-minute, we never closed below these fair value gaps. So we ended up respecting these as well, which is just also higher confluence. I was pretty confident in longs here. I had all these unfilled 5 minutes marked out as my targets. That's what the mech model is. You wait for preferably a session sweep, but just a large pool of liquidity to be swept, and then you target unfilled gaps along this leg after you get an IFVG entry. So my IFVG entry was on the 1 minute. We didn't end up getting a super great candle closure fill, but we did. So what I mean by that is this was the gap. This is the largest gap between the 1 and the 5 minute. Okay, so you want to look from the 5 minute all the way down to the 1 minute, and this is the only fair value gap we have right here. Okay, so this is gonna be my entry. Okay, so when I'm waiting for this, I want to wait for a candle to close above this and invalidate it. As you can see, this 1 minute candle did not close above it. We ended up coming and closing inside of it. This candle did close above it, but if I would have waited for this, I just wouldn't have gotten a good fill. Still would have got the 101, so that's still valid. But after we already closed all the way up here and started displacing up, I just entered kind of as we were pushing through here. because I wanted this first unfilled 5 minute to be my break even point, and then once we hit that unfilled 5, I put break even, and then we got a nice flush up to this unfilled 5, which was a really good take profit. Because after we filled this, we ended up selling off, taking out Asia low, and then we ended up buying back up. You pretty much could have caught longs off of this Asia low as well. If you waited for the IFG here, even we had this AMD model as well, accumulation. We had a nice manipulation, PDI, and then all the way target these highs here. That would have been pretty clean as well, with about a 1-to-1, a little more than a 1-to-1. Nice. So honestly, pretty clean day. Like, I thought this was like probably the cleanest day this week, for my model at least. Yeah, I thought this was like pretty obvious. Oh yeah, so I turned on the executions. So yeah, there we go. This is where I bought in for one mini, sold here 50 point or 60 points around. And yeah. So that's pretty much all I got for the day. Yeah, pretty clean mech model. It's been a while, honestly, since I've caught a mech model trade. A lot of the trades I've been taking the past couple months have been, I mean, there's been some mech models, but it's been a lot of like, a lot of PDI and a lot of like kind of discretionary, just IFG entries. But it's good to see a nice setup like this play out. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Hope you guys all have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week.